Last year he had 3 event wins. After each of those victories, he had a 13th, so he went home in the 3rd round. So he hasn't ever backed up a championship tour win with a solid result. He's trying to turn that around here at Bells Beach, where he was victorious last year. He hasn't started too well though. Championship tour competitor has evolved, and now when he gets on a long-running wave, has that beautiful flow, a great read on point breaks, and can really unload a series of amazing manoeuvres. It looks like Kaio's going to get a shot at it right here. And Kaio, another server who took just a 33rd from the Gold Coast, so was knocked out in the elimination round. And the other competitor who withdrew just yesterday was Griffin Colapinto. Grade 2 tear of the MCL, which he retweaked free surfing yesterday morning. And I.Lau is up at the moment. There's that flare, just whips that tail on that final section. Yeah, I guess he'll be inspired by what he saw from Geordie Smith too. Had no problem just taking apart that lineup when he won through earlier on. Here goes C.Ibelli, a really well-rounded surfer. Great rail turns. We've seen them at Bell's Bowl before on his.
The last year was one of the best moments for sure, and especially with me kind of final, you know, and I think that was the best final. Sometimes it's just put on the internet and watch a couple of times, you know, and that was unbelievable final.
And you're going to see someone like I.Lau take a lot of chances. He might fall a bit, but it's those moves that he's going to stick that will count towards his heat score total at the end.
Golden opportunity here.
And here we go. Zeke waited a long time for this wave. Did well to hang on to that float. And there's one of those vicious power hacks in the pocket. And still has some momentum to get down the line here. Trying to find a good section to ramp up on. Loads up, hits it.
Perfectly positioned for the takeoff here. And this is the moment where he carries all this speed, goes above the first section there to hold that speed, and just annihilates that section with all the speed that he carried. Love that he gets to this final section too, because that really added to the score to get that connection with the lip on that final move. But look at all the speed, and look at this section, just lays into it. The big layback snap, so aggressive. And you talk about accentuating a maneuver. He's one of the best at it. This is going to be, it's a matter of where the comparisons fall here.
Priority for a long time out the back, and I.Lau looking to complete it right here on the inside. Gets that tail free, just kicks it over the braking wall and brings it down. So a lot tighter on the finish there, but I.Lau's about to drop a bomb on us.
You have to keep that speed up. First, we're going to look at I.Lau here, this first section. Beautiful first snap. We didn't get to see that. So this wave actually will go into his top 2. As unfortunately this moment here, it kind of disjointed. He had to kind of wait for it.
Didn't have too much workable face. Out the back, Kaio uses his priority and just gets busy generating speed. So wants to make this turn count. Just a transition move to find this inside section. Does well to make something of that second oncoming whitewater. And gets his board back up there. So a nice little series of turns, but the wave was dictating what speed he could really unload on those sections.
Bottom turn into maneuver, bottom turn. It was pretty much get your speed, get the maneuver done, get your speed again. So it was a bit disjointed in that sense. So the flow is a little bit hindered because of that. Carried a lot of speed through these sections though. This wave really, like you said, dictated the fact that he had to get down the line to get to these sections that gave him the maneuvers to get done. So this is going to be right there with his wave number 3, I would say, and it's going to keep him in that second spot, or put him in that second spot pretty easily.
Well, C.Ibelli deep here at Winky is taking off. It's been generating an incredible amount of speed, just hasn't really connected with the wave that's allowed him to open up, but this one's going to be the same. Can't really find the pop off that ramp section. Well, here we go. I.Lau starting to make his move. Needs to make this one count. There's only 4 minutes to go. He wants to pair something up with that 6.5, building some speed for a solid finish here. Whips that board through a nice little transition turn, but needs more to finish this one off, and gets it. Nice little kick on the tail. Gives it the stamp of approval. Key. What's the key to generating speed and staying light?
Well, it's picking where you're going to get those maneuvers done, right? And you got to have a board. The huge thing about it is having a good board under your feet that's going to give you the extra squirt. So you kind of are searching for that, whether it's materials or design. But ultimately, it's technique. Getting compressed. Surfing smaller than you are. And if you're a big kid, we'll get back to that, Ron.
Speaking of pockets of energy, this guy has it in spades, and he unloads the reverse on a foamy section there. This is a flatter wave, but he's doing very well with it. And whips his board once again. Can't quite ride out of it.
Well, let's see. Okay, so it has to be better than a 3.5. He does get these two maneuvers done here with a bit of a whip right there. But then he doesn't ride out of this final move. Again, he talked about the fact that this wave is a little flatter. He does get some string of maneuvers done, though. It's just the makes me think like maybe not going to be a much bigger number. And then you looked at this wave, much cleaner. He was able to hold his speed nice through these sections. He liked it too at the end. Gets this nice little fin release, right?
A much smoother ride, wasn't it, though?
It was.
And 4.63, you think about the separation in the points.
Well, we'll see.
Might not need it anyway, because Itilau's up once again. And pushing hard to get to the inside, forcing that reverse once again. The story of this heat, it just looks like Itilau's forcing his maneuvers a little bit. And with these waves being a little flatter than what we had on the Gold Coast, it's just looked a little awkward. C.Ibelli there, unable to ride out of that reverse. We're still waiting. And I.Ferreira, he's going to be able to reset in the round of 32, so he'll miss that elimination round. Kaio's going to be in it for the second time this season. We're going to take a quick break. We've got another big heat.